Hi, parents and caregivers, and whoever is watching this that might be working with one of the students the next couple weeks. I wanted to make a video just for parents to go over what's in your packet that you have that came in the mail. If you didn't get a packet in the mail, please email me. Everybody should have already got their packet in the mail from the school. If you didn't get one, let me know. Or also, I'm going to show you where you can get to it all online in case something spills on it, in case you lose it. In case you didn't get one and can't get one. I'm going to show you how to get to it online at least, okay? So what you do is you need to go to just our Old Point Elementary School website, and on the home page of the website, oh, this is the actual page I want to take you to. Let me show you. Old Point Elementary School. So when you're on this page right here, if you click remote learning assignments where it says read more, that'll take you to everything that's in the packet. So you go down to student assignments and you hit K5, and you'll be able to see everything. So I'm going to go over the information that you have. So in your packet, you should all have this document right here that says kindergarten packet directions. This has all of the kindergarten teachers' names. It also has where we're sending pictures of completed work to. I know that we kind of asked you to do that at the end of our last round of distance learning. We had just found out we needed to do that. We didn't tell you that in the beginning, so you didn't miss anything. But now, from now on, we are going to ask that if the children complete any packet information or any books that they write, things like that, you can email those to us. Please email them to this email right here, OPESK5@gmail.com. Do not send it to our emails. That way it's all in one place. When you do send an email with any of your kids' work, please put your child's name and teacher's last name in the subject area of the email. That way we can distinguish whose is whose. It really helps us when the three of us are looking through and marking off whose turn work in. Remember that the teachers in kindergarten, our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. That's when we're definitely available. Like if you need something right away, that's a great time to message us because we will be ready to answer you. You can still message us after that, and we will get back to you. It just might not be as quickly, but you can always message us and we'll always try to be there for you if you need something. So in your packet, you should have the following things. There should be 3 to 4. It says 4, but some people didn't get 4, I don't think. It could be 3 to 4 blank stapled books for writing workshop time. If you only have 2, I'm sorry. Again, sometimes some of these packets didn't get exactly the same amount of things, but hopefully it's 3. There should also be a section for opinion writing parent guidelines and the opinion prompt sheets. Those say things like, what do you like better, cupcake or cookies? What do you like? What would you rather have? I think it's like a dragon or a dinosaur or unicorn. It's those kind of sheets. There's an animal research sheet. We will use that at the last week in April. So you don't need that yet. Just hold on to it. There's 2, an animal research project guidelines and an animal research sheet. There should be 3 to 4 small reading books for reading time. Again, some people may have gotten 4, some people may have only had 3. They're small, rectangular, black and white books that are on the student's level for them to read. I'm going to say try to use one of those each week. I'm going to give you some other resources where you can get digital books at their level as well. There is a new daily calendar packet that should be stapled, a new plant journal that should be stapled. There is a list of plant experiments to try at home. We're going to do these throughout the next few weeks. If you want to go ahead and do them ahead of time as a family, go for it. I'll still make videos, and Miss All is going to be making some science videos to watch for those. Then you can wait for those videos and then do it when those come up. There are a special area choice board, but I'm also going to show you where you can do special area things online. And there should be 5 pages of math story problems and math directions. The other thing that should be in the packet that's not on this list is a small seed packet. That, again, is also going to be used for science for the next few weeks. However, if you'd like to plant seeds ahead of time, you can go ahead and do that, or you can wait and we can do it together during the videos. All right. Remember that your child does not need to be working all day. This is not like an 8 to 2, set of time. We're recommending at least 60 minutes a day to work on schoolwork during this time. I would say 120 minutes or 2 hours would be the absolute maximum. Again, your kids, if they need more time, give them more time and they can work on things. If they're getting to a limit after 60 minutes, it's okay to stop and just pick up the next day. Remember that any Zoom lessons or meetings are not required. Those are just supplementary for students to connect during this time. If you can't make it, or you have something else happening at that time, or you're working from home and you can't do the 1 o'clock times, it's okay. Don't feel like you guys have to do those. Those are not mandatory. All right, let's keep going through the packet. What else the packet has is directions for each part of the day. It has some directions for calendar time. And again, some of the things are going to be able to be used with the videos I'm making or that Miss All or Miss Johnson are making. And some of it is for people who maybe don't have internet access or don't have a device to work on. There's directions for those situations as well. So you don't have to do both. Pick one. If you're going to do it without technology, because that's what works with your schedule, then follow those directions. If you're going to follow along with the videos, then follow the directions for that. So during calendar time, I'm going to be making the same videos, except now there is a calendar packet that looks like this. So during calendar time, your child can get out the calendar notebook and we can go through and fill this out every day together. That way they're kind of having an interactive experience while we're doing calendar, even more so. So everybody's going to have their own mood meter to check in on, a blank calendar, and don't worry about filling this in. I'm going to go over that in our first lesson on Monday morning, and they're going to fill it in with me. If you've already done it, that is totally fine. If not, just wait. They're going to do it with me. They're going to have their own weather graph to do the weather. And then there's pages for our word of the day and math. And they can kind of just do the word of the day up at the top and then math at the bottom or split it down the middle. I'll go over that in the videos as well. So there's multiple pages for that. So that's what the calendar packet looks like. So when they sit down to do a calendar video, they can have this packet out with them to follow along. So that's one other thing in the packet. Let's go back to our directions. All right, so reading time directions. When we're in the classroom, the teachers, we usually pull our kids in groups and work with them either one-on-one or in a small group on the level that they're on in reading. We can't do that right now, as obviously, but what you can do is you can work one-on-one with your child on their level. That's why those books that are in the packet were specifically selected for your children at the level they're reading at. So what you can do with those books, that's what this reading time directions is for. And you can follow along for a whole week, use the same book. We would usually do 2 books in a week in the classroom, but we couldn't print that many and get that many sent out that quickly. So everybody only has one. So use that one for the whole week. Day 1, it has what to do. Day 2, day 3, and it goes through each day. And it's good to practice with the same text and get familiar with it and for them to notice new things every time they read. So that's what this is about. Let's keep going through. Okay, writing time. We recently were doing how-to books. The new unit is going to be on opinion writing, picking something that you feel and then writing why you think that. So we're going to explain what opinions are and go over that in some of my writing videos. And there's going to be sheets they can use that look like this. We'll go all the way down here. No, here. So we have like, what do you like better, rain or snow, cupcakes or cookies, unicorns and dinosaurs? We're going to do one of these each week, and then they can write a book about it. So like we're going to start with cupcakes or cookies. I'm going to explain what an opinion is. We're going to practice this. Again, if you don't have the internet or can't do that way, you can have your child do this on their own time. But if you want them to follow along with the video, don't work on these yet. I will have them get these out and use these as we go through each week. The blank books are going to be for them to take the information they put on this sheet, and then they can transfer that into a blank book and make a whole book about what they like better. So we'll explain all that. So that's writing time. Let's go back up. So again, there's just some information here, parents, that you can look through. Kind of goes over the same things we did last time where we talked about letting the kids stretch out the words. Trying to remember to put uppercase letters at the beginning of a sentence, periods at the end, finger spaces. You can read through this and see some other guidelines. So the animal research project, I'll come back to this and explain this later. Again, this will be for April 27th through May 1st. So don't worry about this yet. Save this sheet and save the animal research sheet that looks like, let me see, looks like this. You can go ahead and put these aside. We're not using these yet. We don't need those. All right, back to this. Keep going. Okay, so after the animal research, you'll see the science plans and directions. Everybody has a plant journal, excuse me. And we are going to go through and do the plant journal together, kind of like we did the chicken journal. Again, there's directions up here for people who have technology and are using devices and the videos and the people who are not. And it's fine to do either one. So, but if you want to follow along, just have your child start on Monday and watch the science videos and follow along. There's also fun plant experiments. Again, Miss All is going to be making videos for each of these, but if you want to get started ahead of time, you can. Also, I'm going to go ahead and tell you some things you're going to need. I'm not telling you to go to the grocery store and get these things by any means. Don't do that if you don't want to. But if you are going grocery shopping or have these things in your house already, you can use them to do experiments. So again, the seeds are already in the packet that came in the mail. So everybody should have a packet of seeds that's already in there. If you want to do other experiments, you can do things with seeds in a bag. You can use like lima beans, things like that, or any other kind of seeds. There's a celery experiment you can do with celery and food coloring, and also sweet potatoes as well. Or yeah, I think sweet potatoes. So you can, if you have those things on hand, you can do these. If you don't, do not worry about going out and finding them. Okay, so special areas. Let's talk about that for a second. That's another part of all of this. So this choice board right here, this is special areas made this new choice board for if you don't have access to the internet. If you do have the internet, up here it says that if you have the internet, they want you to go to this site, and there's going to be new interactive things to do each day, depending on the special areas, or each week, really. So I'm going to show you how to get to that, okay? Again, you can do these things if you want to, but I think these are more for if you don't have access to the internet. But it's up to you. It says right here, if you're able, email pictures or videos of you doing the things on the chart. We'd love to see your creativity, and it has the special area teachers' names and emails. So if you click here, although that's not where you're going to click, I'm going to show you where you're going to go. You go back to this page. It has the special area assignments. You can click that, and then it pulls up this page. And so there's going to be one for art, library, PE, and music. So for example, if it's time for art, and I started using this the last week before we hit spring break, you may have seen this already. So if it was art, like Tuesday is art day. So you'd go to art and you'd click on pre-K through first. Okay, and then Miss Hilton already has activities up here to do. So it has a story to listen to and what to make. Everybody's is different depending on the grade level. So that's how you get to it. I'll post these on my blog daily as well, so you'll be able to get there. If you go down here, there's also a way to post your work on Art Sonia. Only like 1 or 2 kids in the whole school's done this, but Miss Hilton would love it if they put their artwork on here. Right here, it explains how to do it. I had my little girl sign up to do it, and she submitted a few things that she made before spring break. But you can also see all the work they've ever done. Miss Hilton scans all their artwork into Art Sonia, and you can see digital copies of it, and you can actually, I think, buy prints of it or get things framed from this website. So that's pretty neat. So if you do anything, you can add that to Art Sonia. Miss Hilton would love checking that out. Let me go to my blog real quick and show you where this link is on here too. So on the blog where I post everything, right up here it says special area e-learning. If you click that, it'll take you to this page. So that's right there, if that's easier for you. It's up to you. But I do have it there for you so you can get to it easily. All right, back to the packet. Again, the choice board is extra. And it looks like it's broken down by weeks, where you would, like, April 13th through 17th, you would do these things these days. But again, you don't have to do that if you're going to do what's online. All right, so math directions, it explains some things about math. It explains some things we're going to be working on with story problems, ways to practice addition and subtraction at home, ways to do equations, making up story problems. So if you want to read through that, it gives you some ideas. And then we're going to use these sheets in some of our math videos as well. So don't work on these yet unless it just works better for you to do everything that way. But if you're going to do it with me on the videos daily, then just hold on to these. And I'll tell the students which one we're going to do every day. So I think that's everything in that packet. I'm going to go back and make sure we didn't miss anything. So we're going to click on K5 assignments. So, okay, yeah, there is something I wanted to talk about. So here's the plant journal. Let me show you that. So we're going to use this with our science. All of these pages, like label the plant, life cycle, I'm going to make videos to go over some of those, and Miss All is also making videos. Those will be posted daily on the blog. So your child doesn't need to go through and do these until it comes up on that lesson for that day. So they might need scissors or tape or a pencil or crayons for some of these things. There's also observation pages we will use if we do the seed experiments or the potato one or the celery. And even if you guys don't have the sweet potatoes or the celery, Miss All is going to get all that and is going to be doing the video. So they can do these observations through her videos. So we're going to work on all of this during science. That's going to be our science for the next 3 weeks, okay? So there's that. And then let's see if there's something else I missed. I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. So the choice boards, let's talk about these. Now listen, if your child is getting on in the morning on my blog and you're having them do the calendar and having them do the math lesson, the science lesson, having them do their reading with their book, having them doing the phonics project lessons we're doing, if you're doing all those things and they're, again, they're writing and reading and maybe they're going on Matific and Starfall as well, this choice board thing is just extra. You don't have to do all of those things I just said and these choice boards. These choice boards were created originally whenever this was going to be, a short-term thing or for use for weather delays, or they're great if you don't have access to the internet. For example, let's just say the internet does go out for a day and you guys can't get to any of my videos. Then use the choice board. Go on here and this would be your day. Pick one for reading, one for math, one for writing, one for gym, one for music and other. Color it in. Do your reading on your book, do writing, and you're done. Again, if the next day you need it again, pick a new one for reading, a new one for math, a new one for writing, and finish it. But don't feel like you have to do every single thing I'm posting and this. Once I realized how long we were going to be out of school, I realized that this right here, if I could get you guys and the kids lessons from me or from the teachers or do more interactive things like the calendar videos, I decided that would be a great option as opposed to this. Now, again, if your child wants more to do or you want them to do this, by all means, do all of the videos every day and do the choice board. That is your call. But I don't want you to think you have to do all of that in one day. That would be a lot. So you'll see 3 different choice boards for the 3 weeks after spring break leading up to May 1st. So again, use those at your discretion or as needed, okay? So that's that. The last things I'm going to show you, some snap word practice videos. So Miss All has been making snap word practice videos. Again, up here at my blog, if you go to the top, you can click where it says Rainbow Snap Words. If you go there, I've put them all in one place. right now, all we have is red and orange, the yellow, and the green. Your child knows what words they're working on. So if they're working on the green snap words, click this. If they need practice with the yellow snap words, you can click this one. I think Miss All has new ones that will be added very soon. So like if you click here, I think that this stays small for some reason, but pretty sure you can open it in on YouTube, or you can just move this over and then you can see Miss All right there in the middle. Oh, well, never mind. That didn't work. Okay. Anyway, you know what I mean. You can click play and watch it. Here we go. So see, if you move it over, you can see your kid can follow along with Miss All to practice the snap words. So that's an extra thing to do there. The last thing I wanted to talk about for real, the last thing is the websites that we've signed up for. There are several, including Matific, which is math, Starfall, which has a bunch of things, including math and reading. And then there's also Epic, which has just reading. The good thing about Epic is that I can assign books on Epic for you for your child's level, and I've done that. If you have asked me for an Epic login, I've gone in and I've assigned books for your child in my class. On Matific, I've assigned work, and also Starfall, it doesn't have that. If you don't know how to get into Matific, or you don't know how to get into Starfall, or how to get onto Epic, just email me or message me on Blooms, and I'll send you all the logins for those things. There's a new one I sent out an email for to my class for, I think it's called like Literacy Footprints. It is a great set of books, and they're leveled as well. And I'm going to get that information to you so that you can use that at home with your kids for extra reading practice if you want. So Epic and that one are both good. I'm not sure on Epic where the kids look to see, but if you go on there, I have assigned books to them. Okay. When you go to Starfall and you log in, Starfall is broken down into age groups. So for kindergarten, you can click over here, and it has all of the kindergarten activities, including reading, there's books, there's rhyming, there's math. If you need to go a little bit more advanced and your kid wants to do some first grade things, you can click here and you can go to the first grade section. Right here, there's grade 1 math and grade 1 English. So those are some other options that you guys can use. Matific, and again, Starfall, I have codes, but you have to ask me for the code and you get free access to the whole website. Matific is also another one that you guys have free access to if you actually, I think everybody has this one. This one's already been set up. So it's just your child's, the login is the word Panther and then your child's number in the class. Ask them what their number is. If they don't know, ask me, but they should know their number. Once you do that, you hit next and the password is just 1234. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and log in with this one and I'm going to show you. So if you go in here, this is all math and it's all the things we've been working on. And some of this is what I've been doing with some of my math lessons. It might be running slow, so this might not even work right now. I'll let it think for a second. The other one is Get Epic. If you go to epic.com, it doesn't work. A lot of people have that mistake. You got to go to Get Epic. And so when you go in, this one, I send you an email and it signs you up. So I can see what people have read, and like again, I can assign books. And I can assign them by level, and it's got all kinds of great books. So if you haven't signed up for Epic yet, or you want to sign up, let me know. It has some really good ones on here that the kids like, including things that they're familiar with, like Legos or the Magic School Bus, and Scaredy Squirrel. But also it has a lot of nonfiction on here, like books about animals that they might really enjoy reading. So that's Epic, and it right there, and it's free right now if you get the login from me. And it looks like Matific is not working still, so we won't go over that one. Oh, there we go. So this is Matific if you haven't signed up. Also, I can see who's doing work on this. It looks like most people have logged into Matific, but when you go in here, you have a path to follow and you work on these things and follow the path. So if you click on schoolwork, it'll take your child to a little learning path and they can start at the bottom and work their way through these activities. And I can see if they've done well. If they've done well on something in past, I'll move them up to something a little more challenging. And if they had trouble with an activity, I've just been reassigning it to them so they can practice again. So if they see something twice, it's because Ms. Thompson saw that they needed to work on it. Okay, I know that was a lot, but I wanted you guys to have some information moving into the next couple of weeks. I will still be setting things up on my blog every day like I had been, where it starts with the morning calendar and has a rundown of what to do. And again, if you do that, that's great for a day of learning with your child. If you want to add more, you can, but that's a good bit. And again, you can always message me if you need anything, or if something doesn't make sense, or if you didn't, like I said, didn't get your packet or don't have your packet. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for everything you're doing with the kids and getting them involved in all of this at home learning. You're doing a great job. We appreciate you. Bye.